Hi! Do you like to make fun fold cards but find that sometimes the instructions can get complicated to follow? Well, if so, you're really going to like the one I have for you today using the new Stampin' Up! Irresistible Blooms bundle. This fun fold card, well, it's as precious and pretty as it is easy to make. As I was prepping the supplies to record this video, I discovered this fun fold, well, it's just as easy to make two as it is one. I'll show you how. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 22 years, I've been teaching others how to create their own hand stamped smiles. The only trouble I ran into is I have two bases and I'm loving them both, and I'm going to need your help to tell me which one you like best. Here's a closer view of the Irresistible Blooms stamp set and coordinating Irresistible Blooms dies. And when you order the two of these together using the special bundle item number I've listed right here, you'll save 10% on both. The bundle savings can really add up. And if you follow my videos, well, you know, my last video used the Irresistible Blooms bundle. And that card, oh, well, it's really striking with all the contrast, where today's card, it's going to be precious and pretty in soft colors. And so, and this time I'm going to use the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper that coordinates with it. Let me show you quickly the beautiful patterns in here. Aren't these gorgeous? So I have the first one is the front and then the back. And so you get 24 of these sheets. Isn't this beautiful? These double-sided patterns. And someone was asking me about our Designer Series paper. I said, oh, this is heavy. This is not flimsy. This is very nice paper to work with and gorgeous. And so what I'm going to do is, we'll get to this one in a bit. The dies fit some of the patterns, and we're going to use it to die cut the flowers. There we go. And so we've got two of, here we go. We've got this one and that one. Fits those large and smaller flowers. Okay. This paper, amazing. So the Irresistible Blooms bundle and this Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper, you're not finding it in any catalog because it's part of the online exclusives. The only place to find this is online, and you can find that in my online store. And so how long it'll be around, well, that's not defined because it's not to the length of any given catalog. So what we're going to do is next, I'm going to use my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're going to die cut flowers from this sheet. So I've got my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So what I need to do now is create what's called a sandwich. Build up the plates to the appropriate thickness. So we'll start with plate number 1. And all the plates I'm showing you are included with the purchase of a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And because we're using the thin metal dies, I need a plate number 2. And then we will be cutting with them. And so that's a plate number 3. And you don't need to memorize this. All of this is printed on the sheets. Very nice. Or you can just come back to my video and follow along with me. All right, so next we need our Designer Series paper. Beautiful, beautiful. And that fits right on here. That's 6 by 6. Followed by our dies. All right, so did you notice this black underneath? Well, this is a magnetic sheet, and it holds all these metal dies in place. They don't come with the purchase of the dies. It's something I picked up at Stampin' Storage, and they're already cut to the size for this size envelope and the square ones. And I'll have a link under the video, but I do need this die. All right, so now I'm going to center it around. All right, and I have some washi tape Stampin' Up! Used to have to hold this in place because this is going to be important that I get it right where I want it. So I'm going to center around it. You know, I don't normally go from this angle. I'm along the side. Let's see. I think that's looking pretty good. And a little bit of that tape, that's a low tacky tape. So I'll be able to take it off without tearing my image. And I need to do a small one as well. Let's see, look, oh, fantastic. I can get it right next to it. So I can just crank through one time. right. I'm not able to see from this angle so terribly well, so we're going to pretend, right, even if it doesn't come out well, that it did. All right, and so then we need to finish with a number 3, a second number 3. And so it's going to cut right through. It's like, look how easy that cranks through. Love it. And so then out pops our die cut. Isn't that awesome? So I can use it with the stamp set like I did in the last video. That same die will cut this out, or the coordinating paper. All right, so let me put this back through. We got a little bit more die cutting to do. All right, this will just slide right back. And so what I have here is some soft sea foam cardstock. One of the colors in the Hello Irresistible. I need a couple, I'm going to use a couple of these leaf dies, the intricate ones that I don't need to stamp anything. So I just need to make sure it stays on the cardstock. I don't have to center it perfectly around anything. So I place it on there instead of scooting it on, and go and put that through, and look at what we get. This intricate image. Isn't that awesome? And this cut so well, all those pieces just fell right out. Well, one fell right out and the other didn't. So what I have here is my take your pick tool, and I have the piercing end, and there's a hole in here. So look, that just popped that right out. Fantastic. And all the pieces aren't in there. And for a quick way, you just and empty this. Take your pick tool comes in handy for a lot of different things. Okay, so now we're going to do our card base. And like I said, I'm really excited how easy this is going to be to do. And so we need our paper trimmer. And we have our cutting blade and our scoring blade. And you can push them out of the way, either all the way to the top, or I just had them all both at the bottom. And so we're going to start with scoring, because we can score all the pieces we need for 2 bases at one time. Very cool. All right, so this is 8.5 by 11 soft seafoam cardstock. Like I said, we're going to start with the scoring. And so we'll pick this up. I'm going to put this at 4 1/4, because my card will be 8.5 inches, and I want to score it first in half. So half of 8.5 is 4 1/4. So let me show you. Here's the 4. There's the 5. That longest line in the middle is the half. The longest line between the half and the 4 is the 4 1/4. We're going to put this on the line, not next to it, but on it. And I'm butted up against the lip here, so I am square all the way down. Butt that up. Sometimes people want to go down further. I'm not sure why, but use that tool. And so we're going to score. I'm going to run this blade along it. Let's pick it up. Sometimes it's, there we go. And do you see that nice crease in there? That's going to allow us to fold without getting just this really raggedy edge. So now we're going to turn it over, because our fun fold, the fold's going to go 2 different ways. So we'll go with it. So it's in half, so from either side. Now we want 2 1/8, because that'll be half of the 4 1/4. So here's the 2, and then we just did the 1/4, right? Halfway between. Well, the 1/8 is going to be halfway in between that. So that'll be the next longest line. We'll put this on there, and we will run this over it. And we have our score lines for the folds that will go different ways. Now we'll cut. So push both of those blades. So this is going to be 8.5 by 4 1/4. So we already know 4 1/4. We're going to come back here, place that on the 4 1/4. The dark is the cutting. That is one card base. And see, we did that scoring first. So look how easy. We're going to do 2. And then there's another piece we need, and it's all going to come out of the same piece. Whoops, I just grabbed the scoring. And then for this, we want 2 1.5 inch pieces. There we go. I mean, 1 1/4, I'm sorry. 1 1/4. So I'm gonna put this, oh, here's the 1 1/4. We're getting good with quarters today, right? We went down to an 1/8. And so this follows that line all the way down, but butting it up makes it really easy. And then I cut that. And I have 2 of these. I have all that I need out of this color. And we scored once. And now we have 2 bases and the part of the fold that's really cool. How easy is this? So we have just a little bit of stamping to do because we die cut the flowers instead of stamping them from the coordinating designer series paper. What I have here is some basic white cardstock. The basic white and very vanilla cardstock have a smooth, tight finish for crisp, clean images. And boy, you always want that, especially with a greeting. And so what I have here is the Flirty Flamingo Classic Stampin' Pad, one of the colors in the Hello Irresistible 6x6 designer series paper. So I'm going to pick up this lid, slide that in. Fantastic. And then I have the Hooray, It's Your Day. Well, this is a cling stamp, so it has the red rubber, but it comes unmounted, and so we'll use a clear block B. You purchase that separately, but you use these over and over. All right, and so we'll just place it. It's easy if you lay it down, and then just put it up, and then I can look and go, okay, that's not looking as straight as I'd like. So I'm just going to, I think that's looking a lot better. All right, and so we'll come over here. And then, like I said, we can see around the stamp and stamp, hooray, it's your day. Oh, fantastic. And if we didn't love it, you know what? You've got another side. So you can just turn it over and try again. Whoops. And there we go. Which one did I? This one. I did it again because that wasn't quite as dark as it was over there. And that's the beauty that God gave us 2 sides to cardstock. Okay, so to go ahead and close this, I do a little push, pull on that lip, and then click. Listen for the click to know that it's shut. So now we're going to fold this all up and put it together. So I've got my bone folder. I use this for crisp folds. And so we're going to fold in the opposite direction. There we go. So the crease, we're going to go against the crease. And I like to use the edge. Look how crisp that fold is. And this will go the opposite way. All right. So this is our fun fold. And then this, well, we're going to go against that. And here we go. So this is going to, the folds are going to go the opposite of that. See, this is what we call a valley fold. This is a mountain. But before we put this on, well, we get to play with all this beautiful designer series paper, but we'll start with some basic white cardstock. What I have here is my Stampin' Seal. I put my finger where it's a little roughed up, and 1 inch in each corner. Go ahead and get that started. There we go. And I'm going to have a link to my blog post under the video with all the measurements for this card. So you can make it 2. And as you see, just as easy to do 2 at a time as it is 1. And look at this pretty pattern. Oh my goodness. Everything I'm using. Oh, and that side is from that Hello Irresistible 6x6 paper. So some more Stampin' Seal. And so it's framed by the soft sea foam, one of the colors in there. Oh, yay. All right. And so now for our little tab, another one of the patterns. And everything's nice and flat, so I'm very comfortable using the Stampin' Seal. All right. And our greeting. So I'm going to be making quite a few of these. I'm heading out soon for the Million Sales Retreat with Stampin' Up! And that's for all of us that had 1,000 in career sales, which is, and this is one of these patterns that still goes with this, that reached 1 million in career sales, some of them even more. And it's going to be a very special occasion. Stampin' Up's going to spoil us rotten. It's less than 1% of the Stampin' Up! Demonstrators worldwide earn that. And so I like being spoiled, and what an honor. What an honor. And so look, now this is going to go on here. Now I want something stronger than, look how beautiful this is, than Stampin' Seal. I want the Stampin' Seal Plus, because this will be moving around. And we only want adhesive on the two ends. So I'm hoping all the other ladies that will be getting this like my card. All right, so we're going to butt that up to there. Butt this up to here. There we go. And then when it folds, how cool is that? All right, so now for the decorations, our beautiful flower. I'm going to stay with the Stampin' Seal. I mean, no one should be pulling on the flower, but still, the Stampin' Seal Plus. But I'm only going down here. I mean, along the bottom, because it's going to go here. I don't want glue sticking anywhere else. And then I'll be a lot more generous on this one. Okay, I have to get it going a little bit. This will come over here. Ah, looking so good. And then our intricate leaves. What I'm going to do is, I'm still going to use this, but only on the tips, since it's good and strong. You know what I also want to do is get my silicone mat over here. Excuse my arms. Uh-oh, as I'm losing my gems. All right. Okay. And let's use this so I don't have tape all over. And everything I'm using, you'll be able to find in my online store. And just a little bit on this end of it. I'm going to tuck these in here. There we go. Oh, so pretty. And then what I want to do is add some of these loose frosted dots. Now, as the recording of this video, these aren't available, but they will be back. And what I did was took out the colors that I wanted. That's the flat side down. And then my multi-purpose liquid glue, put a dot on each one, and then I let them air dry. So now they become tacky because I don't want glue sticking out, squirting out all over. So I put that on, let it air dry. These three right here, and back with my take your pick tool. Whoops, that I didn't tighten. All right, so we're going to, it's already sticky. One here. Here we go. And right there. Isn't that precious and pretty? So now I need to show you the other ones. You can tell me which base you like best. So here's the one that we just made with the soft seafoam base. And then I tried one with the Flirty Flamingo base. And when I went to bed last night, this was the hands down winner. I got up this morning and I'm comparing them, and now just having a really hard time deciding. So we've got the contrast here, but here we have all the beautiful softness. It's like, you have to leave your comment below and let me know which one, the contrast or the softness, which one do you like best? If you'd like to make my precious and pretty fun fold card with the Irresistible Blooms bundle, all the supplies are listed below the video and available to order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And remember to leave your comment below the video letting me know which card base you liked better. I'm Shelly Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.